हरे कृष्णा. वेलकम एवरीवन. अभी ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन, हाउ टू कनेक्ट मॉडर्न यूथ टू आवर बिलव्ड फाउंडर आचार्य. Okay. So we have been hearing from Maharaj, and in the morning, of course, we got to hear the words of wisdom from Maharaj, Maharaj's personal realizations that how it is so very important to do preaching, but under the grace of the Vaishnavas. And Maharaj is materially also a doctor, spiritually also Maharaj is doctor. Maharaj can cure the disease of material existence. And Maharaj is initiating spiritual master, as all of you know. So we are really blessed to have His Holiness Bhakti Prema Swami Maharaj. ये हरि बोला है. Also we have His Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji. Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji has done remarkable preaching in Punjabi Bagh, and now his preaching has entire Punjab and maybe post sannyas in South America as well. So Prabhuji is very, very potent preacher. Prabhuji has done preaching to the preachers, especially in Delhi. People like me, we have been preaching. So Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji. तो आज हम बोलते हैं अमोगिला प्रभु, हमने आपका लेक्चर सुना, बड़ा अच्छा लगा. तो आपने किससे सुना? हमारा उत्तर है रukmini कृष्ण प्रभु जी से सुना. सो प्रभु जी इज वेरी earnest. At the same time, प्रभु जी इज वेरी वेरी compassionate, very down to earth. सो प्रभु जी माइक का क्या करें? हरे कृष्ण. Hare Krishna. So we have His Grace Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji. Hari Bol. So first we would begin by His Holiness Bhakti Prema Swami Maharaj, and how to connect modern youth to our beloved founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada.
Om Ajnanati Mirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Shaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pashratto Deshvatarini Pancha Kalpatarubhasya कृपा सिंधु बेवच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, we are here, or we have joined ISKCON, or we have dedicated our life for preaching Krishna consciousness. For what purpose? Only one purpose: to do good to others. Is there any other motive apart from that? And we are also within that community. When we do good to others, we will also get benefit. Have you anybody any doubt about that? The Krishna consciousness is the best welfare activity. Anybody in doubt? Or okay, anybody has anything you know that there is something better than Krishna consciousness is better welfare activity? Nobody is raising hand. Okay, who believe that Krishna consciousness is the best welfare activity? Okay, that is why you have joined, and for preaching Krishna consciousness. For doing that, what do you need? This means preaching Krishna consciousness means tell everybody about Krishna. What is the prerequisite for telling everybody about Krishna? Know about Krishna. What is the prerequisite for knowing about Krishna? To know about Srila Prabhupada. As much we know about Srila Prabhupada, we will know Srila Prabhupada. So best welfare activity is know about Srila Prabhupada. So preaching Prabhupada's glory is the... Who believe this statement? Please raise your hand. So nobody has any doubt. So don't hesitate to glorify Srila Prabhupada. People may say, oh, you are sentimental, only Prabhupada, only Prabhupada, only Prabhupada. Are you hesitate to glorify our Bhagavad Gita or Krishna? No. So why you should hesitate to glorify Srila Prabhupada? If we don't believe this statement, only there is that doubt. We should not have any tinge of doubt about this. The spreading glory of Srila Prabhupada is the best welfare activities of this world. That is why we should know more about Srila Prabhupada. And if we know more, we can glorify more. And all the arrangement in ISKCON actually for that purpose. In the morning, Sangsar Davanal, for whom we are saying? For whom we are saying? Srila Prabhupada. Then again, Guru Puja, Sri Guru Chaurapadma. Who's worshipping or doing? Srila Prabhupada. Then Bhagavatam class. Whose book are reading? Then a personal study. Whose book are reading? When distributing books in the street, whose book are reading? So actually, whole our movement is based on Srila Prabhupada. So we should understand that point. But at the same time, if Prabhupada's position is weakened, so that will be danger of the society. So that is why Prabhupada is the founder Acharya of ISKCON and preeminent Shiksha Guru of ISKCON. It is very important to know. You know, we know that. But we know it is not enough. It is our business to make others know this thing. What is the definition of ISKCON devotee? Oh, 4 regulative principle and 16 noun. Is ISKCON devotee? Anybody following 4 regulative principle and chanting 16 noun. Is ISKCON devotee? No. Why? What more do you want? Follow Prabhupada. Acts, not follow. They are also following. Accept Prabhupada as founder Acharya and preeminent Shiksha Guru. Is this enough? I follow Prabhupada. I accept preeminent Shiksha Guru. And I follow 4 regulative principle. I also chant 16. Is he ISKCON? No. He should follow authority, line of authority, GBC rules. Because that is established by Prabhupada. Then accepting Prabhupada, preeminent Shiksha Guru, founder Acharya and his teachings, especially his teaching line of authority. So we should understand that fact and spread that. Once, Bhakti Prema Swami Maharaj, he said, one day, one devotee showed an article to Prabhupada. Very nice, Calcutta, there big article came. Prabhupada, after seeing his chest, who has given this? Prabhupada is so angry. Why my name is not there as founder Acharya? Everything is there, Prabhupada's name is not there as founder Acharya. Prabhupada said, why my name is not there? So Bhakti Prema Maharaj said, when I was hearing, oh, why Prabhupada is so fanatic about his name? But immediately thought, no, I should not in such way. I cannot understand Prabhupada's activities. Maybe. He said, I did not understand at that time. But after a long time I understood what is the importance of anywhere. Now is a rule. Where ISKCON? Founder Acharya. It is so important. Others, anybody can, okay, I have another organization. This organization, I am the founder Acharya, 4 regulative principle, 16 round, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, it is my organization. Who can protest? He is not Acharya, he is founder Acharya and preeminent Shiksha Guru. So, again the question comes, everybody accept that? Yes, everybody accept that, but in future, after 100, 200 years, people may forget. And if they forget these two things, preeminent Shiksha Guru and founder Acharya, what will happen to the society? So that is why our GBC's authorities, they are so emphatic about to establish that position. That is why in ISKCON in 2012, they established IDC course, ISKCON Disciple course. Those who have taken initiation, Brahman initiation, they also have to do this. Also Shanyashi, they have also to do this. Why? The purpose of the IDC course actually to know the position of Srila Prabhupada. What is not a parallel line of authority. What is, we are taking initiation from some guru. And Prabhupada as line of authority on ISKCON organization. What will be the relationship with that authority and Prabhupada authority and his Diksha Guru? So everybody should center around Srila Prabhupada. So that is why it is very, very important to know all these things. If we are not convinced about that fact, so when we are preaching to others, and how will convince them? So that is a very, very important point. In ISKCON also, there's different ministry. There are another ministry wing is that founder Acharya. That means ISKCON authority understood the importance to teach the devotees what is the meaning of founder Acharya. From GBC, Rabindra Shara Prabhu, he wrote on book, more than 100 pages, founder Acharya. Srila Prabhu. Who has read that book? Anybody read that book? Oh, please read this book. Very, very important. Founder Acharya. Why very, very important? There Prabhupada nicely explained how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, eternal associate Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his movement fall apart, but not following the instruction, his instruction. So, Prabhupada said we should learn from that mistake. We should not commit that same mistake. So that is why Prabhupada as a founder Acharya and preeminent Shiksha Guru of every devotee. It is, knowing is not enough. It is teaching also is very, very important. We should teach other this thing. Hare Krishna.
श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामने नमस्ते सासदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारे निर्विशेष शून्य वाली पश्चात्य देश तारणे वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधु भयञ्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, thank you very much, Maharaj. So, Maharaj stressed upon that we should always know Prabhupada's unique position. It is said in the spiritual life, it is very important what we know, but more important than what we know is whom we know. So we all are so fortunate that we are getting to know Srila Prabhupada. So as a youth preacher, more I am having connection with Srila Prabhupada, more I will transmit that connection. The connection can be on the official line. Yes, Prabhupada is founder Acharya. Prabhupada is accepted as a preeminent Shiksha Guru. But the spiritual life, devotional service is a matter of heart. More we have to imbibe the teachings of Srila Prabhupada in our heart. It has to be heart-to-heart connection. In this material world, a personality whom we cannot see with our eyes, we cannot hear live, it's very difficult to establish connection. But in spiritual life, we are so fortunate that we can have direct connection with Srila Prabhupada, because relationship with Srila Prabhupada is beyond time and space. Now this movement has to carry on for the next 10,000 years. So the movement will carry on for the next 10,000 years only if we can have heart-to-heart connection with Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, there will be deviations. Certainly there will be deviations. So, sa kalena mehta yoga nashta parantapa. It is the nature of time to destroy everything. So, now it's the Prabhupada's direct disciples were very fortunate. They had direct, interaction with Srila Prabhupada. Our generation is also very fortunate that we could have direct connection with those people who had direct connection with Srila Prabhupada. But now the next generation, they will say, okay, now we are in touch with those people, that they were in connection with those people who were in connection with Srila Prabhupada. So it's the third generation, So, our responsibility is higher than the previous generation's responsibility. Now we have to transmit this. We have to transmit our love to the next generation. It should not be only official thing. It has to come from our heart. Only then, because Prabhupada, establishing connection with Prabhupada heart to heart means establishing connection with Krishna. To be completely Krishna conscious means to be completely Prabhupada conscious. We have to realize ourselves, yes, am I Prabhupada conscious? How I can increase my Prabhupada consciousness? We should all ask ourselves. If I am fully Prabhupada conscious, then only then I can transmit this. Like once, I think on 20th of August 1985, His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj wrote a letter to His Holiness Satswarup Maharaj. He said, even 8 years after Prabhupada left this planet, our movement is marching ahead. So I am surprised. We are not qualified. Out of humility, Maharaj is saying we are malechas. But how we are able to expand this movement? Surely it's Krishna's plan. And why Krishna wants this movement to expand? And Maharaj is writing, because Krishna wants to glorify Prabhupada. And then he's again asking, why Krishna wants to glorify Prabhupada? Because Prabhupada had only one desire, to glorify Krishna. So Krishna has only one desire, to glorify Srila Prabhupada. So that way. So that much love and that much conviction we should also have. Now what we all should be discussing as a youth preacher, how to deepen our heart-to-heart connection with Srila Prabhupada. And what are the obstacles? Why we are not able to do that? And we should identify those challenges and try to remove those challenges. Because they are not the challenges. They may be out of our false ego or modes of nature. That why sometimes our connection with Srila Prabhupada is not so deep. So I was thinking, what it means to connect with Prabhupada. Connecting with Prabhupada means with Prabhupada as a personality. We should be, Prabhupada's personality is glorious. Prabhupada is not an ordinary personality. There are so many predictions about Srila Prabhupada in the scriptures. We are not sentimental people. When we accept anyone as an incarnation of the Lord, it has to be verified in the scriptures. Similarly, if we are saying Srila Prabhupada is a bona fide representative of the Guru Parampara or is a Senapati Bhakt, we should have evidences from the scriptures. So there are so many predictions about Srila Prabhupada. Evidences are there. The time is short, we cannot go into details, but so many they are there. So we should be convinced Srila Prabhupada is a very, very special personality. Okay? And more we can know about his personality by reading about him, by hearing about him. Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrit. And now we are so fortunate. We have so many books about Srila Prabhupada. So we should read those books, we should discuss those books. And like in our bases, in our choices or voices, we should induce young people to read those books about Prabhupada. Because if we want them to surrender their life to the mission of Srila Prabhupada, they should know who is Srila Prabhupada. And we see ordinary societies, the Mayavadi societies, they worship their Guru like anything. Their Guru is rotting in the jail, but they are fully convinced it's a pastime of Guru. He has done all kinds of nonsense. They are fully convinced our Guru is a divine pastime. And our Guru has divine pastime. We should be fully convinced. We should be very proud of it. So, knowing Srila Prabhupada's personality, reading about him, hearing about him, glorifying him, is very much essential. In one of the Vyas Puja offerings, His Holiness Shivram Swami Maharaj was writing that, Prabhupada, I read your Lilamrit 13 times. And whenever I read this Lilamrit, I start crying. Okay. So until unless we know how much Prabhupada has made sacrifices, now we are getting everything on a platter. Everything is available with us. But how much Prabhupada struggled. So then our gratitude for Prabhupada, our love for Prabhupada will increase. Okay. So connecting Srila Prabhupada as a personality. Then connecting with Srila Prabhupada's mission. When we read about Prabhupada, when we read Prabhupada's books, we come to know about his mood and mission. How much Prabhupada struggled to push forward this mission. So similarly, that will inspire us to push forward this mission, to give everything of ourselves to this mission. Then connecting with Srila Prabhupada means connecting with his Vani. Prabhupada says, I'll stay alive in my books. So we have to read Prabhupada's books. We have to encourage new devotees to read Prabhupada's books. Old or new, everyone has to read Prabhupada's books. The present day trend we are saying is, the reading of Prabhupada's books is going down and down. This is social media. People prefer to watch short clips. Or even if they have to read Prabhupada, some books, we'll read contemporary books which seem to be more helpful to us in preparing our lectures or our presentations. So day by day we are seeing that reading of Prabhupada's books is going down. When we joined around 20-25 years back, there used to be culture. The smartphone was not there. I remember we used to come to the temple and we used to sit in a corner and discuss about Prabhupada's books. Now we don't find this sight. It's a very rare sight now. The two devotees are sitting down and discussing Prabhupada's purport. Very rare. So we don't discuss Prabhupada's purport. We don't read so much of Prabhupada's books. So my request is that we should ourselves daily read, and we should encourage new devotees we are joining to read Srila Prabhupada books, discuss Srila Prabhupada books. Because only then, Prabhupada said, my purports are my ecstasies, spiritual, devotional ecstasies. So Prabhupada is revealing his heart in his purports. So connecting with his personality, connecting with his mission, connecting with his Vani, and then, connecting with his body. Prabhupada says, ISKCON is my body. Okay. We see all Prabhupada's dedicated disciples. His Holiness Bhakti Prema Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, His Holiness Radhana Swami Maharaj. They are so much dedicated in saving ISKCON. Whatever may happen, never leave ISKCON. Bhakti Prema Maharaj always used to say. So for this ISKCON, when we are preaching to someone, it's a natural tendency for that person to get connected with us. But we should make it sure that he just doesn't remain connected with me only. He should be connected to the ISKCON as a family. Okay. So that way, like we're discussing the morning, we'll have to be broad-minded to, surrender our so-called counselees or mentees for pushing forward the ISKCON movement. Okay. So if we can, train our mentees or counselees that they can go anywhere and serve under any authority, that will be very much pleasing to Srila Prabhupada. Because whatever action, whatever is our thought process, it should be for ISKCON, welfare of ISKCON. That will please Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, I built a home in which the whole world can stay. So that kind of vision we should give. We should also try to develop this vision for ourselves also. And we should try to transmit this vision to others also. This is one family. It's one family. And so that we all can serve together. Prabhupada says, your love for me will be shown how we cooperate after he leaves. So if we increase our cooperation amongst each other, that way we'll be remain connected with Srila Prabhupada. Okay. So connection with Srila Prabhupada is divine. It has to be heart to heart. And then naturally we'll accept him as a founder Acharya, as our preeminent Shiksha Guru. Now, you see, it's between all of us. In 2012, the disciple course started. Now it has been diluted so much. Now it's just a formality. If you want initiation, just have disciple course, just take certificate. No one is bothered to know what is the position of Srila Prabhupada. It was started with that intention, and in the beginning years it had that flavor. But now it has diluted so much, it is just a ritual now. So similarly, it should not just remain a ritual. Yes, Prabhupada was the founder Acharya, Prabhupada was the preeminent Shiksha Guru. No, not just for saying. Prabhupada should become a part of our life. It is said, Acharyavan Purusho Veda. If we have Prabhupada in our heart, only then we can know Krishna. Prabhupada is Krishna Kripa Murti. Without his mercy, there is no way. So that much we should be convinced, and that conviction will reflect in our preaching. Whatever we speak, we should quote Prabhupada. We see Prabhupada disciples, they never speak out of Prabhupada's purpose. But these days, we may try to sound very charismatic speaker. We may speak from books from here and there, so that I may speak something which no one has ever heard. No, that should not be our intention. We should try to repeat whatever Prabhupada is given in the purpose. If we try to repeat that, that is a part of, my chastity. Okay. I see so many Prabhupada disciples, they are so senior, they always repeat Prabhupada's purport. And before saying anything, they cross-check. If it is not in Prabhupada's purport, I won't say. That is a chastity. Once a disciple said to Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is my favorite author. Prabhupada immediately corrected him. Your second favorite author. Your first favorite author should always remain me. Okay. So that should be for the next 10,000 years to come. For the next generation, for the next 10 generations up to 10,000 years, their favorite author should be Srila Prabhupada. So that will be our achievement. So a lot to say, I think. I'll stop here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So my one question to you, Maharaj, that as soon as the youth, when they start reading about Srila Prabhupada, so they search also on the internet. So when they search on the internet, then some controversial statements also come. Although there is nothing controversial, but seeing the contemporary modern day scenario, it appears to be controversial. Say, for example, his statements about women, his statements about the Negroes. So these are some of the controversial statements. So how can we remove those obstacles in terms of the controversies which can dilute our faith or the modern day youth's faith in Srila Prabhupada? They can be resolved, and then there is 100% faith in Srila Prabhupada. What can be done in this regard, Maharaj?
Hare Krishna. Not only Srila Prabhupada's statement, if we read Vedas, Bhagavatam, there also is a controversy. Whose fault? My fault. Actually, if we see any controversy, then reflect on ourselves. Is this my faith? How much faith I have of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and Srila Prabhupada? I am thinking controversy. I am unfortunate. We should reflect in such a way. Otherwise, we cannot progress. If we cannot understand any subject matter, then we should reflect ourselves. I am unfortunate. I am not surrendered. That is why I cannot understand. Not only us. Once upon a time, it happens with Advaita Acharya Prabhu. He could not understand one part of Bhagavad Gita. He fasted. As I am unable to understand, I will fast. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and solved that problem. So, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, he knows everything, but it is a pastime. So, he also understood, I am unable to understand. If we don't understand, don't we depend so much on our intellectual level. We should, on the other hand, we should feel ourselves unfortunate. We have no faith that is we cannot understand. Like, if we start someone, he is my father, because I am white, my all brothers are white, my father is black. Actually, mother told right or wrong. If we start thinking in such a way, is it good? Immediately, So why I am so rascal? I am thinking about my father like this. See, in the same way, if we think in such a way, that means we don't have faith on father or mother also. In any scripture, if you have that type of doubt, we should feel unfortunate. Jiva Goswami said, before reading any scripture, you should do one spectacle. What type of spectacle? That spectacle should read, everything I will not understand. Then you will understand. If you don't wear that spectacle, then everything will bounce. If you want to understand anything, first you have to wear, everything I will not understand. That understanding will come according to degree of our surrender. We should not try to understand on our own intellectual level. But modern scenario, some statements, that is not really controversy. You read in which context Prabhupada has told, we have to see that. Like if Prabhupada said, okay, you can take 10 cigarettes every day. Because he was taking 100 cigarettes every day. That is why Prabhupada told, okay, you can take 10 cigarettes every day. Prabhupada told in a lecture, you can take 10 cigarettes. So I also did 10 cigarettes. So don't twist in such a way. In which context he has told about that, we should try to understand that part also. Sarvadharman Parityajan, and one side Bhagavad Gita said, he came for establishing Bhagavad Gita. Controversy? It's not controversy.
Okay, next question to Prabhuji. Prabhuji, anybody who is a traveling preacher, he used to give some basic lectures because one place to another place to another place, new devotees. So same lecture can be copy pasted. If the preacher is in the same place, then they can't be copy paste. It has to go then volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. Now we see in the case of Srila Prabhupada, he was always traveling. And since he was always traveling, so he used to give that same basic lectures always. So that way devotees, they struggle to connect with the lectures because they see lectures are basic, even though we know that he was like walking encyclopedia. But still lectures appear to be very basic. So then devotees, even though they want to listen to Srila Prabhupada, but they are not able to listen because they see that, well, lectures are basic because Srila Prabhupada is always traveling. So how to come out of this conflicting situation?
Thank you, Prabhu. I think first of all, to make a sweeping statement that Prabhupada's lecture is basic is not right. In many of the lectures in 1966, 1967, Prabhupada is speaking very, very deep things. And first of all, when we are hearing our Guru Maharaj's lectures or Prabhupada's lectures, our orientation should not be information oriented. That I have to get some new information, new masala. General tendency is that it should be for transformation, because we will be connected with our Guru Parampara through sound vibration only. So even if sometimes it may seem repetitive, that Prabhupada is repeating the same things, but we all have this experience that Prabhupada's Vani has some special magical effect. Whenever we hear Prabhupada's lectures, it gives us a lot of confidence, like assurance, safety and security we feel in our spiritual life. So, if we are hearing Prabhupada's lecture for some new information, then, we may get disappointed. But if we are hearing Srila Prabhupada's lecture for deepening my connection, for feeling secure in spiritual life, then every day, still now, I've seen many Prabhupada disciples every day religiously hearing Srila Prabhupada's lectures, and they have heard many, many times, each and every lecture. So, I think why we are hearing, that we should be introspective. It's not just for information, it's for deepening my connection. So that.
Thank you, Ruji. Maharaj, next question to you, Maharaj. Maharaj, you see that and the other books are more modularized in the sense that is conceptually, we see them nicely presented. Concept 1, concept 2, concept 3. But Srila Prabhupada's books, it's raw philosophy. So then, one is raw philosophy and there is Paka Hua Pakwan. So then people naturally go for पका हुआ पकवान. इसमें तो बनाना पड़ेगा. यहाँ तो पका पका है. And that too we have more colorful books with colorful fonts, colorful cover page, and nice glossy paper. And here Srila Prabhupada's BBT books, very simple presentation. So obviously we choose other books. So how to come out of this struggle of not choosing the glamorized books but choosing a raw philosophy of Srila Prabhupada's presentation?
Prabhupada's book like sun. For seeing sun, no need of any other artificial light. So, what about Indians? Western country? When Prabhupada went 60 years ago, they never heard the name of, what about Chaitanya? They never heard the name of Krishna also. They never saw the garland. When some painter was painting garland, he thought it's a hose pipe of water. And he accordingly was painting. And they come out like it. So that type of audience was there. But by reading Prabhupada's book, they become pure devotee. They become our guru. So, and how many evidence, a colorful book, glamorized book, that type of evidence, by reading one person has become devotee? Any example? Even any incidents? But by reading colorful book, glamorized book, by reading that one person has become devotee? Any single example?
Yes, Maharaj, many are becoming devotees. So that way we can skip Srila Prabhupada's books. We can distribute these glamorized books.
So, whatever they are doing, just copying some part of Srila Prabhupada's book, that is a famous.
Yes.
It is not that if they cut their glory, as much they connect to Srila Prabhupada. But without connection, they are useless. But on the other hand, for Prabhupada's book, no need any help. But we should not be fanatic if some books are helping reading Srila Prabhupada's book. We are not against that. But we should understand, for chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we don't need any help. Gyan, Yog, Tapasya. But if you Gyan, Yog, Tapasya, you may chanting nicely, that's okay. But it is not that for Gyan, Yog, Tapasya only helps in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So other book may help Srila Prabhupada's book nicely, but it is not mandatory that that book is required for progressing Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada's book is enough.
Yes. But Maharaj, we say that yes, Srila Prabhupada's books are enough. But then we are not able to focus much on Srila Prabhupada's books because we see that conceptually other books are more nicely presented, but Srila Prabhupada's books are, it's a aggregate philosophy. One is modularized philosophy. So people choose modularized philosophy over aggregate philosophy. So how to come out of this?
Who already has told, like he said, if you want to take some information, there is another mode. If you want to become devotee, like if you Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita, how many verses Arjuna has told, how many verses Dhritarashtra told, how many times Arjuna's name is Kiriti and other 15 times. If you want to search that type of information, you will get nice information. But, why Arjuna mustache, Krishna was not no mustache, both are the same friend. If information somehow, then Prabhupada's book, you will not get that information. So that is not required also.
Okay.
What is required? Prabhupada told, if we read Prabhupada's book with intention how we become devotee, you will get all the materials. But you search some information, that is okay. But it is not mandatory for spiritual progress.
Yes. Yes, Maharaj. Okay, now next question to Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji. Please, when someone is physically present amongst us, we naturally connect more because we see that person walking, talking. So it is natural to connect to such a person. But the person whom we can't see, so it's a human psychology that we are not able to connect to that person much. And as this distance is going to increase, currently we are the grandchildren of Srila Prabhupada. Next generation will be grandchildren. In this way, this distance is going to increase. So what all can we do to actually feel the presence of Srila Prabhupada in everyday life, although we can't physically see him walking and talking?
Yeah, I think it can go other way around also. if you see a person daily moving around, talking around, so we may get connected also and we may get disconnected also. Because we are seeing live, we may see some faults, Human mind is like only we can see some faults also. And if you're not seeing some personality, and we worship that personality, so it depends upon us to, transfer our this love for Prabhupada to the next generation. So how we can do that? We should ensure that the new devotees who are joining, everyone should very enthusiastically participate in Guru Puja, and then worship Srila Prabhupada, then glorify Srila Prabhupada. We should celebrate Prabhupada's Vyas Puja, Prabhupada's disappearance day, a small level or a big level. So if we keep on doing that, so we'll be transmitting that love. And then, like we see in the Sri Sampradaya, still they worship Ramanucharya. Similarly, we can do that for the next generations to come. Srila Prabhupada can remain as a worshipable, lovable personality. It depends upon us, our conviction and our depth of love.
So, but one challenge is that, Prabhuji, on appearance day of Srila Prabhupada, we are so tired from Janmashtami that we are taking rest. And on disappearance day, we rush to Vrindavan. And that way is appearance day and disappearance day, both day, there is hardly any celebration. Very, very meager. And some basic devotees who are full-timers, they come. So, appearance day, there is starvation. Disappearance day also, there is starvation. So, how
it's
to
not
come out
that
of this?
only on appearance and disappearance day we have to celebrate. If the appearance day we are tired, we can schedule for some other day. We have to glorify Srila Prabhupada.
But still, birthday is birthday, Prabhuji. Some other
like
day.
Krishna Janmashtami. Janmashtami also, in the main temple we celebrate on that day. In some other centers we may celebrate on that day.
Yes.
Similarly, Prabhupada Vyas Puja can be celebrated on that day also and other days also. We should just look for an opportunity to glorify Srila Prabhupada.
Yes. Okay, so devotees, the floor is open for you. You can raise your hand and ask questions. Yes, okay, come.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Regarding this Prabhupada Appearance Day, 7th day celebration, everyone is tired. For that, one good news for all of you that Param Pujya Bhakti Prema Swami Guru Maharaj started Srila Prabhupada Memorial Festival in Ujjain every year from 14th to 17th. Maharaj can say much more.
Not only Ujjain, anywhere you can do.
Yes. Prabhupada Memorial Festival. All of you are also welcome to Ujjain anytime. Many Prabhupada disciples used to come for the glorification of Prabhupada, and this can be celebrated all across the world also.
Actually, that was the day Prabhupada went to America first, and that day Prabhupada took sannyas also. That is that date choose actually.
Hare Krishna. My question to Prabhuji, Prabhuji, I am an insignificant person, I have a lot of concern, not much influence. But as you are also discussing, there's a kind of dilution, just see in IDC. So sometimes we see there's a dilution going on somewhere, but when we discuss sometime with our superior or some peers, so they used to say, no need to worry, it's a Prabhupada plan, anyway, movement is going for 10,000 years. So what should be our response? But if everyone think like this, it is a plan of Prabhupada, it's plan of Krishna, no matter dilution is going on, anyway, Prabhupada is prophecy for 10,000 years, then what will happen? And what is our responsibility? It is what I should do and how I should respond.
Yeah. So, certainly we should be concerned and we should express this concern and, to make this kind of statement or think like this. Anyway, this movement is going to be there for the 10,000 years. You cannot take things for granted, So anyway, then there will be many ways the movement will go. So I think we should take it very seriously and we should try to address these concerns. So if whatever is in my whatever influence I can have, I should try to influence that, and then I can express my concern. So, but those who can influence, certainly we should try to do something and should not let it dilute. Because this is how dilution comes and the things get deviation comes and so many complex things will happen. But we should not take it for granted that this movement will go on for the next 10,000 years like this. We should.
Hare Krishna. So, Maharaj, my question is, sometimes some preachers give this argument that, like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur wrote the commentaries 200 years back, and now the Kali Yuga has passed 5-6 generations, so intellectual ability has come down. So, we need some book before Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So, similarly, people say this thing. Prabhupada wrote the book 60 years back. 2 generations has gone down, the mental ability has gone down, so we need some commentary on Prabhupada books. After that, we can approach Prabhupada books. So this type of argument we see. So how to tackle this?
Yes, if you don't understand, you can take help, but first try first. If you don't understand, then take help from other. There is no harm. But first try with that one. You give a trial to read Prabhupada's book. If you don't understand, take help. There is no harm. Do you want to add? Documentation book, want to add?
Hare Krishna Maharaj and Prabhuji, thank you so much for sharing such deep realizations of yours so that we can enhance our realizations for our founder Acharya. My question is that every devotee in ISKCON has some favorite flavor of Srila Prabhupada. Someone likes book distribution. Someone likes deity worship. And Prabhupada has said everywhere about everything that it is very important. So, sometimes on the name of Prabhupada, one's personal agenda is being pushed. So, how can, like, as you said, that we should transmit that love of Prabhupada ahead. So how can I understand that? Is it exactly my love for Prabhupada or it is my personal agenda?
Okay, they can be personal likings. It cannot be personal agenda. I like book distribution. Someone may like to have more of deity worship. Someone may like to have more of Sankirtan. No? So it may not be agenda. It's my personal liking or personal inclination. Okay. Even if in that way I'm trying to push, there's no harm. Because to the devotees, the next generation devotees I am pushing, they will also have their own likings and dislikings. So if they want to pick my liking, no problem. Or if I like book distribution, they also pick up book distribution, very nice. But if they pick up deity worship, that is also very nice. So that way I have to be broad-minded. Yes, Prabhupada wanted all these departments to flourish. So, like we will see Prabhupada's disciples, some are insisting on book distribution, some are insisting on Sankirtan, some are insisting on deity worship. So, accordingly, they inspire people and people join them. So, it's not a matter of personal agenda. As long as my agenda is only to push forward Prabhupada's movement, all these ways are acceptable. So, there will be a variety. Good. This is how we can ensure unity in diversity. What do you say?
Yes, Prabhuji, that is very true. Also, there is some experience sometimes that sometimes there is something which is being told by our seniors that this has to be done for Prabhupada's pleasure. For example, book distribution. Now, if someone is not interested in so much in book distribution, but he wants to do some another kind of preaching, then he's not encouraged.
Then he's not?
Then he's not encouraged. Because that's not what Srila Prabhupada said. Or that's not what Srila Prabhupada wanted. So, how to deal in that situation? Because then what happens that if someone is senior, if someone is authority, and if the culture of the temple or the culture of the entire ISKCON movement, if it happens to be of some particular liking, then it becomes difficult for someone having another liking to flourish and serve Srila Prabhupada in his own flavor. So being a subordinate in such a culture where only that department is highlighted and other, no matter anything he does, but he is made to feel inferiority complex so that someday or other he changes his liking and some other people do not get influenced by him to change that liking, which is the priority liking.
So this can happen. Yeah. So have faith in Srila Prabhupada. Pray to Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes certain phases come, time will change. Try your best. And ISKCON is a big family. If in one particular place I am not being encouraged, there are some other places also. So I can try for that. So, we are not a supreme controller, but we can pray to the supreme controller and things can get sorted out. Sometimes things are not under our influence, but we want to do something, and if we truly want, we pray, Krishna will arrange. So ISKCON is a big family, we have so much of variety of Vaishnavas, so we can connect. What do you say, Maharaj?
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Maharaj, as you mentioned that we should have a very conviction and inflict faith and about Prabhupada and GVC, whatever GVC is telling about, we should have a conviction in that. So we are actually following the Srila Prabhupada through the GVC, right? And like in IDC course, when we discuss about the second initiation, but there are so many scholars, they don't accept this proposal. There is no more, references that they are in Shastras that second initiation may be happen or can be happen. So in that scenario, and just having the implicit faith and conviction in the Srila Prabhupada and the GVC, at the same time, the GVC members, those who wrote this book or made this idea, like in IDC course. So in that kind of situation, how can we deal then? How can we tell the devotees, those who are going to, having like in difficulties for second initiation? As we already mentioned in historic class, like in, we should not take the life of the race. चूहों की जान इस तरीके से, we should not take the life of others on the basis of all these rules.
Yeah, nice question. Like, we love Srila Prabhupada, and Prabhupada, he knew that he will not continue eternally. So, in my absence, my instruction will be executed by GBC. So now what is GBC is telling, that is Prabhupada's instruction. We should have that faith. If they are saying no, wrong, we have to follow. If we are in a country, if President or Prime Minister gives some order, okay, go for fight. If it is wrong, we have to do that. Maybe Krishna has some desire, like why playing chess is good or bad. But Yudhishthira must play it, because it was Krishna's plan. He will say, he will defeat, then Kurukshetra, then Bhagavad Gita will come. So in the same way, whatever GBC is telling, we should not have any doubt about that. Is Prabhupada's instruction. If they do some mistake, either second initiation or some initiation, still we have to accept. Maybe after 30 years, 40 years, they will rectify themselves. There is no problem. But as long as they are, we have to follow their instruction. We may understand better. So if we are good, then one day I will become GBC and rectify their law. No problem. Okay.
But Maharaj, if I'm not convinced about that kind of situation, like, already we are seeing like in Ritikas, they having like this kind of proposal and propagandas. And so in that type of scenario, it's very difficult to give them the proper answer, or the subordinates if they are asking the questions about all these things. So it's very difficult if we are not just making like in घुमा फिरा करके उसको एक चीज पे लाना. But if we have kind of
yeah, it is difficult, but there is no other solution, because You have to follow GBC or you have to go beyond GBC. Now, I'm telling, if GBC is wrong, still you have to follow. Like if our president is wrong, still you have to follow the government law. If the government says, no, drive car on the right side, I cannot follow it. But if you want to stay in your country, you have to follow that rule. So GBC is the ultimate authority. We have to accept that. If you are unable to follow, you are not ISKCON. Then, if you are a real follower of ISKCON, then establish another thing. You know better than GBC, you know better than Prabhupada's disciple. Okay, you are the true follower of Srila Prabhupada. Make another thing. And history will say, who is what?
I have second question also regarding second initiation. Just like Guru Maharaj disappeared now, if I'm just going to take a second initiation from another Guru, and as we know that Gurus, because they are following Srila Prabhupada, so they are all also in Parampara, so we are following the same Guru. But some scholars in ISKCON, they actually, if we are just going a deity worship, in temple deity worship, then we put the Guru's picture just, there, just for following the, rules. So if we are initiated by one Guru, and second initiation, if I'm taking from another Guru.
Whose picture will keep in the altar?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not difficult. Keep both. What is the loss? Yeah. In the rainy season, one umbrella, you have two umbrella, you are more protected. Scripture said, Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru equally important. So you have, why only one Shiksha Guru? You have hundreds of Shiksha Guru. So you are more protected. There is no problem. It is no question of how to give less respect. Our teaching how to give more and more and more respect to others. In our Guru Parampara, Diksha Guru is not so much important. Shiksha Guru is more important here. Gaur Kishore Das Maharaj Diksha Guru is not Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Bhakti Vinod Thakur Diksha Guru is not Jagannath Das Maharaj. Narottam Das Thakur is Diksha Guru is not Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. But why the Parampara is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati written? Or Shiksha Parampara. There is no harm.
Then can we have a picture of Shiksha Guru also?
Yes. Why not? What is the problem? In our ISKCON, so Prabhupada, I don't want to mention, so many Prabhupada's disciples, their Guru. They put Prabhupada's disciples and also his godbrother disciples' picture every day. They pay obeisances to them in their room. So what is the problem in being respect to others? Raghunath Das Goswami, he used to pay Dandavat Pranam 2000 devotees every day. Everybody was his Guru. Unfortunately, that time no picture, but he used to utter their name. By uttering name, he used to Dandavat Pranam. Dushastra Vaishnaver Nitya Paranam. So we should not be miser to give respect to others.
Actually, in the previous IIYC, this Kamal Lochan Prabhu, he raised this point that the Guru who is giving the second initiation, actually he is giving the right and adhikar to that person to enter into the altar and worship the Lord. So actually we should have the picture of that second Guru.
And that answer, we asked the same question to Srimad Jayapatashima Guru Maharaj. So Guru Maharaj said, keep both the picture. It is his answer, what I have given.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you, Prabhu, for a wonderful explanation. My question was, as His Grace Amogla Prabhu was saying, that when we see the personality, we connect with him more. So, as we see our spiritual master, we have connection with him. So that connection, sometimes it looks at a deeper level than with Srila Prabhupada. Like we see in our Acharya's appearance, disappearance day, we don't celebrate with that luxury as we celebrate Vyas Puja. So my question and my concern was that it also, like, if the spiritual master also tells about Srila Prabhupada, like Srila Prabhupada always told about his spiritual master on his Vyas Puja day. So spiritual master tells that although I am your guru, but Prabhupada ne kiya ISKCON shuru, always. So in the future generations, then everybody will remain connected with Srila Prabhupada. So this is a such kind of system, such kind of things should be made, that spiritual master always connects his for the future generation, not for now. That's there now. So I just want to know your thoughts on this.
Yeah, very nicely said. मैं आपका गुरु लिंक किया प्रभुपाद ने शुरू.
तो ठीक है.
आप हमेशा कविता में बोलते हैं. तो बिल्कुल ठीक बात है प्रभु जी. This is the right thing. Like normally ISKCON spiritual masters say that I'm initiating on behalf of Srila Prabhupada. And normally Prabhupada disciples, when someone asks them, will you take me back to Godhead? They say, no, Prabhupada will take you back to Godhead. So Prabhupada disciples have that kind of chastity for Srila Prabhupada. So that should be kept. And in the next generations also, when we are connecting someone with ISKCON, we should tell it's all by Prabhupada's mercy. So it's not by words. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So all glories should be given to Srila Prabhupada forever. So that kind of culture, you are right. We have to, make that kind of a culture. And that will happen if we discuss, if we read Srila Prabhupada books, encourage reading of Srila Prabhupada books, glorify Srila Prabhupada, discuss Srila Prabhupada's pastimes. So that way, whatever is happening, it's all by mercy of Srila Prabhupada.
Like you mentioned, Srila Prabhupada Memorial Festival.
Yeah, Memorial Festival, that way. Right.
What Chittara was worried about, spiritual master should tell, they are already telling, but from our side, we should take a vow, we should not celebrate our birthday. We cannot correct our gurus, at least we can correct ourselves. We shouldn't celebrate our birthday at least.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. मेरा क्वेश्चन ऐसा था कि जैसे मेरे को भी फील होता है कि सबसे पहले जैसे ISKCON में आए तो प्रभुपाद का टच मिला तो हम आगे बढ़े, प्रभुपाद की वजह से इतना कुछ जाने. तो लेकिन क्या होता है कि हम लोग हर फेस्टिवल में चाहे हमने हमेशा लेक्चर्स देना होता है, जैसे बताया प्रभु जी ने कि हम मीडिया की तरफ मूव करते जाते हैं. तो हमें यूट्यूब पर जैसे अब कहीं लेक्चर देना है, जैसे अभी श्राद्ध चल रहा है तो अब कहीं जाना है, उनके बारे में बताना है, तो अब हम क्या करते हैं कि मीडिया को देखते हैं, बहुत सारे प्रभु जी का लेक्चर्स होते हैं, उनको सुनते हैं, उनको नोट्स बना के बोल देते हैं. उस समय हमें प्रभुपाद की तरफ जाने का, चाहे हम खोजने का, चाहे हमें पता नहीं चलता प्रभुपाद ने कहाँ इसके बारे में बोला है, कैसे बोला है. और तो ऐसे कंडीशन में क्या करना चाहिए? क्या हमें उन जो प्रीचर्स हैं जो पहले बोल दिए हैं तो उनको रेफर करके बोलना चाहिए कि प्रभुपाद को खोजना चाहिए? इसमें ऐसे कंडीशंस में क्या करना चाहिए?
Yeah, very practical question. So Prabhupada's question was that when we have to give some lectures, so we are in a hurry, so we just go to the YouTube, list the lectures, hear that lecture, make notes and deliver the lectures. So at that time, should we hear those lectures or should we search for what Prabhupada has said on this topic? So we can do both. It's not that we should not hear the others' lectures. If we have to give some presentation and others' lectures are helpful, so we can hear those lectures. But it should not replace Prabhupada. Okay. Prabhupada's lectures is just like a savadhyay for myself, for my nourishment. Okay. So if I am nourished inside, I will be able to give nourishment to others also. But sometimes I need some information on some topic, and if I want to hear others' lectures, it's not that we should not hear others' lectures. We can hear others' lectures, but everything should be aligned with Srila Prabhupada. And it can be a mixture of both. We have Veda base, and the Veda base also we can search what Srila Prabhupada has said about this in his letters, in his conversations, in his purports. That also we can do that.
Hare Krishna. Some of our students, they are asking that we are reading Prabhupada books and everything. I mean, we already understood also Prabhupada's mood and everything. But our authority is they don't allow us to read Acharya books, chant more than 16 rounds. They are feeling that this is not my problem. We have some students, they have like problem. So they are telling that if you are chanting more than 16 rounds, then you are deviated. You are reading Acharya books, you are deviated. Then what is our goal? Like in ISKCON, we are studying a point. After that, we are distributing books and preaching. Then what next? What is our Swarupa, this, that? So many YouTubers, they are chanting Naam, all these things they are telling. So in ISKCON, we don't have higher studies like that they are asking. So for them also in ISKCON, we have to do something. Otherwise they will go here and there. Sambhava, all these things. So what is for them? Till book distribution and again you start preaching this much only, or we have something. What is our next? We have to chant some other mantra or that. So what is our future? So like that. So in Prabhupada books, it is there or not? All these things.
Actually, in this modern world, we want everything by, quickly. And we take everything in the achievement mode. Okay, this set of books completed. What is the next set? No? So spiritual life doesn't go like this. Spiritual life is only by the mercy. Wholly and solely dependent on mercy. Okay, so if we follow Prabhupada's process rigidly, we'll surely come to know our Swarup. It's not theoretical. We have seen many of the Prabhupada disciples, while leaving their body, they have revealed their Swarup. And they've certainly gone back to Godhead. And they have been distributing books only. So it's not by my own efforts I'll come to know my Swarup. So this, because of lack of patience, we go like this. But if there are some students, we face some students who are very, very intellectually inclined and they want to have some intellectual kick. They want to read some previous Acharya's books also. So we should not discourage them. Because if we discourage them, you rightly said they will go out of ISKCON and they will be, deviated. So we have to keep them intact. So such persons have to be dealt very tactfully. You can say, okay, you have read Srila Prabhupada books, again read Srila Prabhupada books, and Prabhupada in his purports had never discouraged us not to read previous Acharya's books. Prabhupada has encouraged us to read previous Acharya's books also. But our foundation should be Prabhupada's Bhaktivedanta purports. So such cases should be handled very carefully. Like we have also lost some students like that. If you are very fanatic, no, you cannot read, he will go. Because this is, internet is there, they can have access to any person, anything. So we should tell them, okay, Prabhupada has not discouraged, we are also not discouraging, but have solid foundation of Prabhupada's books and build on this foundation, you can go for other acharyas. But remain under supervision. It should be under supervision. If we independently read previous acharya's books, so it leads to many complications. We have seen that.
And also they asking about why only 16 rounds. Prabhupada told first 64. Then gradually it came to 32 and...
You can tell him why 64. You can tell 164.
Yes.
Actually, those who are leaders and preachers, they tell them if you are chanting more than 16 round, then you are fallen or something like that. This kind of...
That is, I think the leaders and the preachers have to be mature. They have to deal them appropriately. It's not that chanting more than 16 rounds, then you are deviating. It has to be seen case to case. If he doesn't have more of services, he's inclined to chant more rounds, he should be encouraged. But at the same time, whatever services are being given to him, he should do those services also.
You should counsel that counselor. Prabhupada never said anywhere more than 16 is a fallen soul. You should counsel that counselor first.
Hare Krishna, Mahesh Prabhuji. We understand that the the conclusions of Vedic Shastras is understood by the trio of Guru, Sadhu and Shastras. But as Maharaj was giving explanation that the surrender to Guru is the highest thing. And we see that many a times, even while listening to Srila Prabhupada, many of the conclusions that Srila Prabhupada presented is not exactly what we read in Shastras. Srila Prabhupada changed things here and there based on time, place and circumstances. And at that point of time, the Vani of Guru is given the highest priority. So many times, Maharaj, it appears that of the trio that Guru, Sadhu and Shastra we hear, the Vani of Guru, the instruction of Guru is the most important thing. And at that point of time, we can even ignore the injunctions of Sadhu and Shastras. Is it true, Maharaj?
Yes, that's true. But you should not have any doubt about that. My spiritual master instruction will contradict with scripture or previous acharyas.
So why is it said, Maharaj, that the absolute truth is to be understood via these three mediums and everything must set in harmony? Only then it is true. Why don't we
Like
just...
when Shastra is unable to understand, the Guru is there. When Guru is not there, yeah, Guru has not told me what to do. Like, Gayatri Mantra chanting, I should eastern side, western side. Guru has not told me. Read book, what is selling? Eastern side or western side, northern side. Read in book. And if you say in this side, and spiritual master is no, the northern side, is okay. But it is not that these three are different and you are the authority to differentiate who is the highest. You are not that authority. The three different personalities, I am the boss. Who is the right person? You should not have that mentality. All are in absolute platform. But as we are unable to understand previous acharyas' mood, scripture, that is why spiritual master, he is presenting me in front of me the more digestible way. But if we see contradiction from spiritual master and scripture, that is not good. There is no contradiction. Maybe I have not understood. If you have the doubt, you can ask directly. Guru Maharaj, you told this, but scripture is still like this. You can ask directly. But we should not have a doubt about that.
Thank you, Maharaj. And then later on in your talk, you spoke about GBC, the position of GBC as mouthpiece of Srila Prabhupada, and how the position of GBC must be accepted as the all and end all of everything. At the same time, we hear that Srila Prabhupada wanted ISKCON to be a society of Brahmanas, and Brahmanas are independently thoughtful within the periphery of Shastras. So
GBCs are not Brahman?
Yes, Maharaj, absolutely. So if a third person who is outside GBC and if there are decisions coming from GBC, and he is also a Brahmana, so hasn't he got the right to be independently thoughtful and scrutinize the decisions of GBC and then have his opinions?
No, he has no right. GBC is the ultimate authority. GBC is the ultimate authority. He will accept that Brahman authority or not, it is up to him, up to them. But from our side, in general, we should accept GBC is the ultimate authority. Oh, that person so scholarly, why GBC is not making him GBC? We should do politics. That is politics.
Yes, absolutely. And then, Maharaj, we also see that, like you spoke about that if there is something you're not happy with, then you have the concern, and when you are GBC, change it. You spoke about that. So if I see these are two different statements, I have to accept everything as the GBC says. And on the other hand, if I have some concerns, when I'll become GBC, I'll change it.
GBC will elect you as a GBC, then you can.
But earlier I have already accepted their... Earlier,
if GBC is not electing GBC, you cannot change.
Absolutely.
So you have to wait up to that time when GBC will accept you as a GBC. But that time you can change.
But before that, Maharaj, I'm supposed to accept what the GBC says. Then there is no scope of having a different opinion.
No, whatever GBC is telling, you have to accept. You have an opinion, you can tell them. But if they accept, is good. If they don't accept, you have to accept their opinion. What is the meaning of ultimate authority? You can give your opinion. They can accept, they cannot accept. But you have to accept.
So what I'm confused here is, there is the spiritual authority, there is also spiritual authority of ISKCON and also managerial authority of
Yes,
ISKCON.
they are both.
So spiritual authority, we may accept their spiritual conclusions, but managerially, we may differ from time, place and circumstances.
Then if you you differ, then you are not ISKCON.
Because we have seen in past how if GBC changed their stance, maybe of zonal acharyas or XYZ anything, or maybe how gurukuls must be operated.
Everybody learn from their mistakes.
Yes.
So from their mistake, they learn in the future.
But then because I have weak faith, I'm not very advanced, Maharaj, I'm very weak. So therefore, I always face this challenge that if they have changed, then how can we present them as absolute authorities? Maybe we can say that as this time, place, circumstances, based on our experience, this is the realization.
Absolute authority means he is better than any other else in this world.
Yes.
Because I'm told, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he played dice. His mistake. But it is not mistake, it is Krishna's arrangement.
Yes.
What GBC is doing, there may be mistake, but it's Krishna's arrangement. Absolute mistake.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji and Maharaj, my question is a very simple kind of question that as being in ISKCON, we have to go through many bad experiences too in the past. So how we can get that motivation that we will stay in ISKCON and as it's Prabhupada is there, how can we continue our service in a very enthusiastic mood after having all that kind of bad experiences too?
Whatever bad experience?
Like in some situations we can see that groupisms are going on and they manipulate everyone, take initiation from that guru and this guru and all
By
like
happening all these things, ISKCON is increasing or decreasing?
After that also it's increasing.
Huh?
Increasing.
So what is the fear then? All the groupism, all this problem increasing, ISKCON is increasing or decreasing?
Increasing.
So it will increase. With this problem is increasing, if you no problem, what will happen? Just understand. One devotee, one person asked, complained Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, all your disabled Bhagavad class sleeping. Prabhupada said, everyone is sleeping. Well, yes, never, only 5 or 10 minutes. Prabhupada said, if 5 or 10 minutes by listening, they have become so scholar. So if whole class listen, then what will happen to them?
Yes, Maharaj.
So all the mistakes, ISKCON is increasing like this. So if there is no mistake, then what will happen to this world?
Yes, Maharaj. Although it got explained in IDC too, still I'm asking Prabhuji and Maharaj that what is the best way to choose Guru?
Best way?
Yes, Maharaj. Yes, Prabhuji. Like many new devotees are coming and they start hearing lectures and all. We say that yes, you hear Srila Prabhupada's lecture, you read Srila Prabhupada's lecture and the minds. So what is the best way to choose Guru in ISKCON?
Yeah, it's very well explained in ITC course. So wherever you feel inspired, motivated, you choose that Guru.
Directly from Guru or through Siksha Guru, that yes, this devotee is performing so well and I should be like him. So from where he is getting that energy, I should get initiated by that Guru or anything else.
It may or may not be.
Yes.
It's not necessary. It may or may not be.
It's that particular point I want to ask.
Yeah, it may or may not be. Yes. Your counselor or mentor is initiated by some spiritual master.
Yes.
And you are feeling inspired from some other spiritual master. So, or you may feel also inspired from the same spiritual master. It may or may not be.
He can get direct inspiration or what? Yes. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. So we are very, very grateful to His Holiness Bhakti Prema Maharaj as well as Rukmini Krishna Prabhuji for enlightening us that how modern youth can be connected to our beloved founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada. So one Hare Krishna Maha Mantra as a matter of our gratitude. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.